Hello everyone! Welcome to our English learning video. Today we are going to talk about something simple but super useful. Conditional sentences type 1. These sentences help us talk about real possibilities, things that can really happen. And to make our lesson fun and easy, we will learn it through music. The song Count on Me by Bruno Mars. Before we start, let me introduce the wonderful friends who will be learning together with me and sharing this lesson with all of you. So let's meet them.
Hi, my name is Fitriyani. Hi, I'm Belva Zuhura. Hi, my name is Meilinda Amalia Zahra.
Hi, my name is Rosalia. And that's our team. We are so happy to have you join us in this fun learning session. Now, before we dive into the explanation, let's start with something enjoyable first. It's a song. We are going to listen to Count on Me by Bruno Mars. While watching, try to focus on the lyrics, especially any sentences that begin with if. Those are examples of conditional sentences type 1 that we will discuss right after this.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
Okay, nice. That song is not only beautiful but also full of grammar we can learn from. Did you catch the line, if you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea? That's one of example of a conditional sentence type 1. Through this song, we will learn how the sentence work, how they express real possibilities and future results. Before we go deeper into the lesson, let's take a quick look at our learning objectives for today. First, you will be able to identify sentences that contain conditional sentences type 1 from song lyrics. Second, you will learn how to tell the difference between the main clause and the if clause in those sentences. And finally, you will be able to create your own sentences using conditional sentences type 1 correctly. Alright, let's get started and see how these sentences work in real life. And now, to explain more about conditional sentences type 1, I will pass it over to my partner, Fitriyani.
Okay, thank you, Rosa. Now, I will explain more about conditional sentence type 1, also known as verb conditional. Conditional sentence type 1 are used to talk about things that might happen in the future, as long as the condition or term are met. In other words, we use this sentence for situations that are real and might actually happen. So, conditional sentence type 1 always has two important parts. First, if clause, the part that states the condition or requirement. Second, main clause, the part that states the result or consequence of the condition. Right. Now, let's discuss the first part, the if clause or conditional section. This section explains condition or situation that might occur in the future. The use is if plus simple present tense. This means that the verb in the if clause use the present tense, not will. For example, if you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, the sentence indicates a condition that could actually occur. The word find here is in the present tense because it follows the pattern if plus simple present. So, the function of the if clause section is to show the condition or term that must occur first so that the result can appear. Right. Now we move on to the second part, the main clause or result clause. This section shows the result or consequence that will occur if the condition in the if clause actually occurs. The structure is will plus base verb. For example, I will sail the world to find you. The word will here indicates the future tense, because we are talking about something that has not happened yet but might happen later.
Okay, thank you Fitriyani for the explanation about conditional sentences type 1. Now that we have learned the material, let's move on to the next part. Belva will continue our first assessment activity.
Okay, we move to the assessment 1. Let's look at this lyric. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. Can you see the word if? Yes, that's a clue. This sentence is a conditional sentence type 1 because it talks about something that can really happen in the future. The pattern is if plus simple present, will plus base verb. Now, it is your turn. Try to find other sentences like this from the song. Pause the video, read the lyrics carefully, and write down all the conditional sentences type 1 you can find. Ready? Let's start! Okay, now we move to the assessment 2. In the previous activity, you found some conditional sentences type 1 from the song Count on Me by Bruno Mars. Great job! Now, let's take it one step further. This time, we're going to separate the two parts of each conditional sentence, the if clause and the main clause. For example, look at this sentence. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. Here, the if clause is if you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea. And the main clause is I'll sail the world to find you. Now, it is your turn. Take the other conditional sentences you found before and put them into the correct columns, one for the if clause, which is for the condition, and one for the main clause, which is the result. Pause the video, write your answer in the table, and make sure each sentence is in the right place. Ready? Let's get started! Before we continue, let's learn how to create conditional sentences type 1. It is very easy. We can do it in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Start with the if clause or the condition part. We use the simple present tense here. For example, if it rains. Step 2. Add the main clause or the result part. We use will plus base verb. For example, I will stay at home. Step 3. Combine both parts. So we get, if it rain, I will stay at home. See? Easy, right? It shows a real and possible situation in the future.
Okay, after you learned how to create conditional sentences type 1, now let's move on to assessment 3. Here, you need to combine each pair of sentences into one conditional sentence type 1. Remember, the structure is if plus simple present, comma, will plus base verb. For example, the first sentence, I wake up early, and the second one, I will go jogging in the park. And the answer is, if I wake up early, comma, I will go jogging in the park. So, the answer is just adding if in the front of the sentence and comma before the second clause. Easy, right? Okay, now it's your turn to try number 1 to 5. Let's see how many you can get right. Great job! Now let's continue with assessment 4. In this part, you will make the sentences using conditional sentence type 1 based on your own ideas. Each sentence should show a real or possible situation in the future. Remember, the pattern is if plus simple present, comma will plus base verb. For example, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay at home. Now, I want you to make 2 sentences using different topics like friendship, school, family, or daily life. Write your sentences neatly and correctly. Alright, let's try it together. Good job! Now, let's conclude today's lesson. So, conditional sentence type 1 are used to talk about real and possible situations in the future. They have 2 parts, the if clause that shows the condition and the main clause that shows the result. For example, if you study hard, you'll pass the exam. This type of sentence help us talk about promises, prediction, or plans that could really happen. You can even find this in songs like Count on Me by Bruno Mars, which shows friendship and helping others. So, by practicing conditional sentence type 1, you can share your ideas more clearly in English. Alright everyone, that's the end of our lesson for today. Thank you so much for learning with us. Keep practicing at home, and don't forget, if you keep learning English, you will get better every day. See you next time. Bye.